she love to spin. Made it killing and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
Blow your mind.
Why you do that like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Go yo, then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello? That's the jag calling. Let me click over real quick to let my jag talk it. I eat it, ooh, Batman. That's the way my neck talking. Right? I ain't never coming back the way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack, my bad. But I'm past that with a NASDAQ. That's cash when the money fall, I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go, you don't slap. That's fast to the money low. I'm a ground man. When it come back, I'ma give it back. My bad when the check hit, the direct hit. I'm glad when the check missed the direct hit. I'm sad like, who's that knocking at my window? My window. They say that it's the money, I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gon' make you up like a limbo. She said she not a, she an. Ooh, why you do that like that? It's a lot of money. Why?
All right, Coach, so this old place not quite done yet. There is playoff football to be played in the East Bay in Oakland, California. Coming up, it's divisional round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Oakland Raiders. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
The mic, boys. 56. Check 56. One. Hayward. Strip that ball. Check nickel. Play 50.
Mariota on first down. He hits Jermaine Kearse. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6 at the 29-yard line.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Rip right. Kill.
One.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give them a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
No. Mike's 59.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On second down, Kamara. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They're going to need some therapy after this. Check 24, check 24.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
And an alley to run. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. 24 yards. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
First carry for Darius Geis. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And that's complete to Lewis. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On first down, this is Geis. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Under 10. 10. Shift. Inside.
Here's Geis. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Mike. 258. Watch the screen. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Check.
They'll try and get it with Geis. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
Each team has its own terminology. Some people call it jumbo, some call it monster, some call it king. But it doesn't really matter. They brought in the big lumber to pick up that first down.
Yeah, you think about goal line defense with the goal line offense that time getting it done.
Let's go. Let's bring it.
Now a toss. This is Geis. Denzel Ward, the number 4 pick in the 2018 draft, making the tackle from his corner spot. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll run with Geis. And he's taken down inside the 30. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down.
A gain of 16 yards. And their first down.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. 6-0 our score after 1.
Watch the slap. Come on, baby. Let's go. Mike. 18. Let's go, defense. Man up, deep. Slam. Hey, pick 26.
Geis. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Mike the 59. Let's go, G.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Now a handoff, Geis going right. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held him to no gain.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now a run with Geis. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough task here, though. 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Chris Jones able to run him down for a 15-yard loss, and it will be 4th down. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. On 3rd down, Mariota. He's got Curse. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Kamara trying the right side. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, 0 nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
Where are they, team?
A 10th carry for Kamara. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. Everyone, you got 4 down. 87's mine. Don't worry about that.
2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend.
57 to Mike. 3. Oh, you got deep?
Mariota from the gun on third down. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
Big stop, let's go. 25, check 25, check 25.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. From the gun, Mariota. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Pretty solid coverage there by the All-Pro Richard Sherman, able to get a hand in.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A good return there, 17 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here on the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have them a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn it into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
Kill. Hey, turn it up. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Mike's 57. 57's Mike. All day, baby, all day. 57's the Mike. Watch 57. Echo.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. He rifles one that's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. Past the 20.
319. Over.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Sets up the screen to Lewis. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's second down.
Move out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Mike 7. You ain't doing nothing. Yeah, 300. 7 to Mike. Mike 7. Hey, Haywood. Mike 7.
Now Rodgers. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Adam Thielen in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. So they're able to capture the lead here just before halftime.
And not only that, they get the ball to start the second half.
That's right.
This is almost like basketball down the stretch, right, where you get the 2-for-1 situation where you try and get 2 shots to your opponent's 1. In this situation, they got the touchdown. They'll get another shot at to start the second half.
Could be a big turnaround. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports halftime report. Here's Jonathan Coachman. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
26. Mike 9. Hey, pick your game up.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jarrell Casey. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
You got 3 down. Hey, 88.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. He's going deep for Brown, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
He's coming. We got double up. Watch twist. One. Watch Grace don't travel. Grace don't travel.
On 2nd and 12, Mariota. And this one's incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off.
Coming to you, coming to you.
Mariota. And that is incomplete. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, only thing larger than his name is wingspan as he knocks that one away. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Geis, and they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Bravo!
They stay on the ground. Geis again. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Mike 56, Mike 56. Hey, me and you. 3. 1. I'm coming after you. Topper.
Mariota to throw it.
Let's go, defense. Get on the field, defense.
That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He went backwards 5 yards there on third down to bring up fourth.
61. Matchbox, light. 56, right there, 56. All day, baby, all day, all day, all day. 36, 36. 56, the mark. Check 56.
On fourth down, they snap it to Mariota. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. They'll try to get this running game going with Geis. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Rodgers. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. The kick by Marr is good. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Back now in the East Bay. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. 56 to Mike. 56. I said it. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. 56.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota dancing to his left. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. He can run for it, and he will. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Mariota. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This time they face a 3rd and 2. To throw Mariota. He's got his man, Boyd. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Mariota now, perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. And this is caught by Kurz. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Motion. 56. Mike, 56, right there. 3. Let's go on it. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check.
From the 35 on 2nd down. Mariota. That'll be complete to Cook. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 20-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Check. At the 14-yard line.
One.
Now it's a bootleg with Mariota. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Virgil Green there to make the grab as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. All square now at 13 all as he sends this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
At the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
X3, 218, chop.
A 2nd down run with Lewis. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Out of the gun, Geis. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. There's more coming. There's more coming.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie.
Hey, 626.
From the 38, Rodgers. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by George Iloka. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. In a tie game, fourth quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive, and they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. To throw is Rodgers. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one covers 29 yards. First down. He'll look to throw. He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Rodgers to throw. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. A gain of 32 that time. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on first and goal. Geis, they'll try to run it. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
Second and goal at the 3-yard line.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Back to throw. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Marr now to add the extra point. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds,
and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Alert flare, alert flare, flare, flare. Me, I got him. I got motion man. Me, I got this. One. 6. Mud Alpha.
Mariota to throw. He's got his man. It's Curse. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs.
Tight go. Where are they, team? 57's the mic. Mark 57. Hey, that's
Mariota. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. Now Brown. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit 000. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Tie game, probably time for one final play here. What do you do in this spot?
Now you're thinking about Hail Mary. You've got to find a way to heave it all the way towards the end zone and give yourself a chance. Your time management sheet tells you with this amount left on the clock, you don't get cute and try and get 2 plays, because if you try that, that's all you're going to get is one, and it won't be a one towards the end zone.
Now, will they handle it? Let's find out. Now, one final throw incomplete. And time will run out here in the 4th quarter, and we are going to overtime. Overtime in a playoff game, awesome setup. Remember, the rules the same as they would be in the regular season.
That's exactly right, Brandon. Remember, the receiving team, if they score a touchdown, game is over. But if they kick a field goal or don't score, the other team gets a chance to get the football. They get a possession. If they go down and score, they win the football game at that point. If both teams kick field goals, we keep playing. If a defense scores, let's say the receiving team gets the ball, doesn't score, or they throw a pick six or fumble, gets picked up, the defense scores, game over. But here's the best part. In the regular season, only one period is played. We could call it a tie. Here, we're going to play until we have a winner.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. They run it again with Kamara. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Jim. One. Three. Delta.
Now the first throw in overtime for Mariota. He's going to find Gallup here complete. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. They run. It's Kamara. And, boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. Alvin Kamara unable to push past that yellow line. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Geis. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage. 17 on the play.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. And they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick.
Now Geis stripped. He lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. And a costly mistake. Coaches talk so much about ball security, and in overtime, so paramount.
Partner, do you ever wonder if maybe they talk about it too much?
Too much, yeah.
Doesn't seem like you can, but maybe by discussing it time and time again, and you know they overemphasized it here, it almost became self-fulfilling.
And any points beat them here. Field goal or a touchdown now. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. This being their second opportunity in overtime, 3rd overall drive, see if they can settle into a rhythm.
And that's what you're looking for. Get a few first downs, move the ball downfield, have some confidence, get yourself in a spot where you can at least kick a field goal to win it. But I tell you this, if I'm the play caller, I'm looking at that part of my sheet that says playmakers. Get the ball in their hands, critical situation, now's their time.
Right there, 56. I got it. Back.
A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
They can't hang with us. Switch. One.
Mariota on 3rd and 2. Oh, so close but incomplete. Could have been a big turnover in overtime if he'd held on. Instead, though, it's 4th down. A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down.
I got motion. Mike's 56. Mike's 56. One. Hey, defense. Hey. Why? Who? 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Now Mariota on 4th down. And it is incomplete. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. So it all rests now on the right foot of Brett Maher. Now whistles and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. So we'll take a break with them and be right back. So it all rests now on the right foot of Brett Maher. This to book a trip to the AFC title game. And the kick is good. He puts it through, and they are moving on to the AFC Championship game. And, Charles, if you're the coach of the losing team, even though you made it to the playoffs and there's part of that feels good, what do you say to your guys after?
I think you probably tell them how proud you are of them to make the effort to get to this game and then point them towards the future. If we're good enough to get here, all we've got to do is work harder, be better, and we can be good enough to go farther next season. How many times have we seen a team lose in the playoffs, and that girds them for a championship run in the future?
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. From Oakland, we sign off. So long, everybody.